So let's start this video by running down our ingredients list. Back here we have ground beef, we have some sliced onions, beef broth, W sauce, a package of French onion soup mix here. This is the Lipton brand, breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, milk, liquid smoke, olive oil, salt and pepper, and 1 egg. This is all you need, guys. Let's get to it. So we're gonna begin this recipe by adding our French onion soup mix to our ground beef, our breadcrumbs, our milk, our egg, and our Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna go in with a spoon in the beginning to kind of get it mixed well. Then after that, maybe I'll go in with my hands. I kind of want to get it mixed in just a little bit. All right, that looks good right there. We're gonna just sit this aside right here, bring over a rack like this, and we're gonna start forming our meatballs now. So what I use to form my meatballs here is a cookie scooper like this. I don't know the diameter of this one right here, but I got a package of 3, and this is the middle one right here. The other one is really too big. It's almost like a cookie scooper. But this one here is like the middle one, and we're just gonna scoop up some like this, drop it in your hand like this, and you can make them as small or as large as you want. It's totally up to you. I like mine's a little bit small like this for this particular recipe, just like that. And we're gonna sit it right here. All right, we're gonna do another one, just like that. And we're gonna form that meatball like that. And this is what we have. I like to use the cookie scooper because it kind of ensures that all your meatballs are the same size. I'm just really petty like that. I like when I do meatballs that they're all the same size. So let me finish with the remaining of them and we're gonna come back. So now that all our meatballs are formed, let's head over to our cooktop. So now we're gonna heat up our olive oil over medium heat. Once that oil heats up, we're gonna start adding our meatballs. And all we're looking to do in this step is brown them on all sides. This could take a few minutes. Once they're browned on all sides, you're just gonna get those babies removed and sit them aside. All right, so we're finishing up our last batch of meatballs. We're gonna go ahead and get these removed. Let's pause our heat real quick. Get these removed. Add them here to our plate. We're gonna sit that aside for a moment. We're gonna unpause our heat, start adding our onions. And we're gonna cook these for about 10 to 15 minutes while they brown and caramelize. All right, so it looks like our onions are caramelized and they're brown like we want them. So we're just gonna go ahead and get these babies removed. I'm gonna add them here to a bowl. Matter of fact, let's turn this off. We're not gonna use our cooktop anymore. All right, now let's head over to our cutting board. So in this step, we're gonna add our liquid smoke to our beef broth and also our W sauce. And we're just gonna whisk that real quick. This is just pretty much the gravy of this recipe. All right, just like that, let's move over to our slow cooker now. So now that we're at our slow cooker, we're gonna take our meatballs and we're just gonna add them here, just like that. Enough space to have them all on one layer. One thing I decided to do in this particular recipe is add some whole garlic cloves. I love garlic when I cook. You don't have to do this, but I like garlic, man. Every time I cook, I'm always using some garlic. So I'm just gonna add some whole garlic cloves there. Of course, you can leave that out, totally up to you. Now we're gonna take our onions. We're just gonna add them here on top of our meatballs. Now we're gonna take our gravy mixture and we're just gonna pour it on top like this. We're gonna get this covered up. Now you can cook this 1 or 2 ways. You can cook it on high for 3 to 4 hours or low for 6 to 8 hours. I'm gonna put it on low because this is ground beef. Typically, if it was just like regular beef steak or pork or something like that, I would probably do 6 to 8 hours because I like it really, really tender. But since it's ground beef, it really is not gonna take that long to cook, at least in my opinion. But of course, if you're going to work or anything like that, you just wanna cook it low and slow, that's fine. But I'm gonna do mine on high for about 3.5 hours, all right? And once we reach that 3.5 hours, we're gonna come right back. All right, so we are about 3.5 hours in. Mic check, mic check. Let's remove our veil. Man, let's take a look at what we have here. Oh man, this is looking good right here. Let's take a look at that. All right, so what you can do now, add a little salt and pepper to taste. Make sure it's good. All right, so let's go ahead and head over to our cutting board. So before we plate these babies up, we're just gonna garnish it a little bit with some Parmesan cheese here. And of course you can, take them out of the crock pot and garnish it after you get it out of the crock pot. And we're gonna add some fresh thyme here. All right, let's go ahead and get this baby plated up. You already know my favorite part of the show is bring our meatballs to the front of the congregation. Man, take a look at those meatballs. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh man, that thing cheesy, so Parmesan-y already. Oh man. Oh man. I know y'all asking, well, what you can eat it with? Listen, this will work good with mashed potatoes. It'll work good with rice. Me personally, I think I'm gonna throw some rice on there because I like that gravy. The gravy is good, so I love rice and gravy. Throw a little of that gravy over there with these meatballs, fire. Or, man, you can put it with some broccoli. Anything of your preference or choosing. It's totally up to you. But listen, you gotta have these French onion meatballs. Whatever you do, you gotta have them. So, till then, y'all already know who I am. All wings, everything. Remember, I'm not chef, just cook a lot. Now I'm out. Peace.